We are going live.
Yo, we're live.
We're live.
Surprise.
Not yet.
I have
Almost.
to go into the store. I mean, I'm gonna be walking into the store. So.
Okay, I don't care.
Okay, good. I mean,
know
that's
what?
all I'm getting.
Have you listened to? Oh, we're live now. There. I'm just gonna talk to you like you're my daughter, because you're my daughter, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
I have been listening to your shows. Yeah.
The one, the only Echo Hayes.
That's me.
That's you.
That's because I don't have my seatbelt on.
You should put your seatbelt on. The seatbelt is a good idea. I think
I have arrived at my destination.
You've arrived at your destination. That's a good thing.
Oh my gosh, there's my keys. I'm so silly. I took Brad's car because I didn't know where my keys were.
How did you drive without your keys?
She took Brad's keys.
Oh, okay.
I needed a pack of cigarettes. I didn't have time to look. I was like, I gotta go to the store.
Who you telling? I got one left.
Right fucking now.
Like daughter, like
father.
father.
Oh, am I allowed to say that? Oops.
Well, it depends. We interviewed an Australian between 2:30 and 4, and
He
trust
threw
me,
in a couple C words.
Grant had some choice words. He had some choice.
Are you allowed to say that on Facebook?
As long as you don't report me. Are you gonna report me?
Myself?
Yeah, right. Well, it's kind of, you can. There's reasonable and not out of control. I haven't run into any takedowns yet for that. What did we get taken down for? We got taken down for they could tell it was Batman or Gremlins.
Oh yeah, we got a copyright claim for a movie I posted.
Damn.
We were doing a movie. We were doing a movie talk along or whatever.
Talk along. I like that. We should call them talk alongs.
Yeah, talk along.
Hey, have you seen
I wanted
you seen any of them moving pictures? No.
Have you seen the moving pictures?
You want to like what, Echo? What would Echo like to do?
I want some of these boiled peanuts.
Oh.
Boiled peanuts.
You've been in the South too long if you're eating
What is a boiled peanut?
It's a peanut that's boiled.
I ate boiled peanuts on the north side as well, thank you.
I don't understand why, though.
Oh my gosh, they're so good.
Oh.
The Cajun ones? Ooh.
Well, I might like those.
Okay.
The straight.
Yeah, don't get the regular ones.
You're kind of hooking me with the Cajun bit.
Yeah, you give me some spice to it.
So
I might
good.
talk. So where are you?
Change your life good.
Where are you from, Echo?
Well, if you ask my dad, he was driving down the road and he saw a spaceship had crashed and this most beautiful, smartest, intelligent child crawled out. And he stopped and he's like, I should take this child home. And then I crawled out of the sewer and killed it, and he kept me.
That's true. I could say that.
My mom told me she found me behind a dumpster.
So,
she used to tell me that all the time.
You never took offense at that, though, right? You felt comfortable with the idea.
No, I think it's funny, and everyone thinks it's funny when I tell them. So.
Okay, good. But I definitely I took home the stronger child. Obviously, I mean.
I took home the stronger child.
Superman dead. Echo here.
Echo here. Who's Superman?
So I guess I hail from Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, pretty much. Really. I mean, when it comes down to it, you didn't move around as much as you moved around a bunch, but it was all in this general area.
I mean, I've lived everywhere, yeah, but central basically.
So yeah, right. You're southern a little bit, but we won't go there.
All right. Can I get 2 packs of Camel Crush?
Still smoking the Camel Crush, huh?
Yeah, because the regular to menthol. It's blue.
Today on
I never know what to say. They change what they look like.
How to buy cigarettes, what colors they come in. Camel, menthol, Crush. Don't know that I can support tobacco use, but there's a fine tobacco store located just behind the Speedway on Agler and Stigler. The name of it is Tobacco Land, run by our good friend Sam. Finest selection in CBD that you'll find anywhere. I mean, and if what you're looking for is being able to self-roll your cigarettes, wink, wink, nod, nod, he's got all of that there for you, too. Sam's the best. He's one of our best friends and our prime supporters.
You have to go to a corner store.
Yeah.
You have to go to a corner store if you want peanuts. You can't be going to Gehanna.
Well, okay. But I was...
You gotta go to Linden.
I was
You were plugging
You
the
gotta
smoke
go to
shop.
Linden.
You know Ross the
I'm
Linden
keeping
kid,
it
right?
real.
I felt
I'm keeping it real.
The Ross,
Keep
you
it
know
real.
Ross the Linden kid, right?
That's hilarious.
Well, then you should know about the Cajun peanut.
I have a question because it really interests me. What are your first memories, and are they good?
Oh gosh, I've been mulling this question over because it's a pretty loaded question for me.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. I had that thought.
I don't really have a lot of good memories. My favorite way I came up to answer this question is I have a favorite feeling, and that's safe.
Yeah.
So anytime I was in an environment where I was safe, that's a good feeling for me.
It constantly felt in turmoil for you.
Yeah, I remember feeling like I was going back and forth, which I know that didn't really happen for that long of my life, but it really made an impact.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's totally understandable. I remember that time. It was very much because I was taking you like on the weeks we had you, I'd take you in the morning and grandma would pick you up in the afternoon and then we'd have to, it was weird.
No, you can remember stuff from even
I
at a
remember
young
hiding
age.
under tables at Wendy's.
Mm.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah. 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 Do you remember the discussions always going to the McDonald's about how if we had to leave, it wasn't a big deal and that we would just leave and it was gonna be okay and
Oh, I remember McDonald's the most, like looking in the mirrors. We would drive away and just hoping she would pull up
yeah. Yeah.
and be like, "Dad, turn around, she's there," because she wouldn't come
That sometimes she just wouldn't show up. Yeah, no, that's so true.
a lot of the time.
Did that so that was felt that.
Yeah.
That I want to have more conversations with you. I find it really interesting stuff. But okay, so how do you work?
Currently, I don't, and this actually kind of ties into like the memory question. And with my addiction, not everyone knows, but I'm a recovering addict. I spend a lot of time not being the victim. And so I don't really talk about a lot of the shit that happened to me when I was younger or the things we lived through together, shared experiences like David was saying. But like that really fucked me up. I think I'm allowed to be the victim in that.
No,
I've gotten to this point where I want to be a surgeon, like more than anything in my body. And kind of what David was talking about, if I'm not feeling it, like I can't do it. And I'm at that point, like where you're at. If you're not emotionally invested, then you don't want to do it.
Well, right.
So I think I'm gonna go back to being the victim because that always got me A's in school. So let's see if I can get a scholarship.
Listen, the one time you need to be the victim is on a scholarship is when you're writing those essays for school. That's when you really need to fluff it up a little bit,
She played teacher so hard. She'd write the same essay like 3 years in a row because she knew they'd be like, "Oh,
they gush
your
over.
mom tried to run you over. That's so sad."
The backstory, they gush
that
over
was
the
sad
backstory.
That was the one. I remember.
That one's a classic.
That was a classic. And there I was in my dad's arms, and my mom was trying to run us over with the van. And it's like, yeah, that was a
or the windshield one. That was another good one.
Man, yeah. Yeah.
So I guess I work at trying to manipulate the system.
Whoa. Okay. So were you trying to tell me that you quit your job or that you're thinking about it?
Oh, I quit.
Already?
I've been unemployed for a week, yeah.
I knew that it was coming, but I think sometimes I'm shielded. And that, like, she'll tell me that you left after you get the next one.
No, and I actually, for the first time in like a really long time, the sure thing interviews I go to, I haven't been getting. So, because I'm just not into it. The guy's like,
you're not feeling it, yeah. No, I
where do you
understand
see yourself in 5 years? I'm like, not here.
Well, have you thought about going back
this job really sucks.
the Weepy Lizard or whatever it was? Did you? God, finish packing your cigarettes. It'll be okay.
I'm done. It's good.
So, like, are you gonna try
I
to
got
go
a storm
back?
pack. It only takes a few.
So you don't want to go back to the Weepy Lizard or whatever it was, or the Winking Lizard, or there was some iguana place or something.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
What the place that was in competition with the fast food place for pricing? That you were there for a minute and then left.
Oh, Culver's?
No, the one after that.
Yeah, babe.
Not Culver's.
Wendy's?
No, I thought there was a restaurant.
Wendy's was the one I went to. No.
Wasn't there one in the middle that was more of a restaurant style place?
Oh, Tijuana Flat.
There we go.
Oh,
Dear
yeah,
God.
yeah.
I'm like, you're acting like I'm the idiot here. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I know you told me this story.
I worked there for a week.
But that doesn't interest you anymore either, huh? You just done with
No,
food?
I don't want to do food. Yeah, like, you know, I wanted to be a surgeon my whole life. And then I was like, I can't do that because I'm a felon, you know, whatever. So let me go do what I do well. And then I got the job. I became a GM, and I'm like, fuck, I don't like this.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's a lot. That's... Okay, so...
Like, why are you leaving? You do the job so well. And I'm like, it's not that I can't do it. It's that I don't want to. Like,
I relate
don't
to
want
that.
this job.
That when I left, they were like, we don't know how many people it's going to take. We know that everything was based on whether or not he was mad at us. If it was a week that he wasn't pissed and was enjoying his job, it meant that we made money. And then there were the weeks where he let us schedule the people, and then we lost money.
Yeah.
But
I'm really proud of the fact that I did it, though.
I think you did. Yeah. I was blown away. I was so impressed by how much you were gonna make a year. How much is it if you stay a month or two? I'm just kidding.
Still pretty good.
Still pretty good. You know.
Yeah.
So okay, so work, no. How are we playing currently? Do you play? Are you having a good time?
How do I play?
Yeah, it's important. I really think it is. I think that it's one of the questions that almost everybody, like a lot of adults, stumble over. And that sucks.
I got a new cat.
You got a new cat? That's cool.
Yeah, his name's Mowgli.
I like that name. Jungle Book.
Because, you know, I have Baloo, the bear.
I know that. So now you got
Now
Mowgli.
I have a Mowgli.
Now you need a Shere Khan.
Which, he's a black, so I should have named him Bakari or whatever the black one's name is. But...
Well, but why don't you get a snake and name it Shere Khan? Or is Shere Khan the tiger?
Shere Khan is the tiger, I think.
What's the name
but
of
I've never watched Jungle Book. I have no...
What's the name?
I would get a tiger.
I would get a tiger. Okay. Just so
That's your recommendation.
Just so I could have a Netflix show. I'd have a tiger. I'd smoke meth, whatever it took to get on Netflix.
I got a tiger in my backyard. Give me a show, Netflix.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. And they've busted almost all of those people,
I want to be
now.
Tiger Prince.
Tiger Queen.
No. I want to be Tiger Prince.
Why did they not call that anyways? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That would have been funnier if it was Tiger Queen, I agree.
So right, I agree. The entire I was like, what? I'm confused. So is the king the guy that married him, or is I'm pretty sure. So let me think. How do you pray? That's an interesting question, because you've worked on the idea of a higher power, right? Relative to, I don't know. I don't hound you on your addiction story, but I don't know where you're at. I mean, you know me, I'm big on meditation.
I had some fucked up stuff happen to me one time at a church.
No, I know that.
So I'm my own higher power.
I am aware. Believe it or not, I may have been outside that church one day and people were concerned about whether I was going to get arrested, how I was going to handle that.
I wish you just would have killed that guy.
Well, that probably would
have
made you really sad, because they probably would have decided he got away with it and they would have locked me away for the rest of my life. Oh.
You
But
would have
yeah,
been dead.
I know that. Yeah. That. So,
I think that changed the trajectory of my life in a lot of ways.
wow. Okay. I didn't know. I can see that. I can understand that. I'm not.
Yeah, because I remember them being like, basically, I wanted it. Like, I asked for it. I was a slut. I was like 12.
Yeah, they
I was
were.
like, okay, I'll show you, slut. Bet.
Well, why? What did I do? I didn't call you that. Why did I? What the fuck? All I said was, I love you and support you. Don't bring home dumbasses. And then you went out, and the one thing I said, you're like, well, I'm going to prove him wrong. Watch this parade of
Yeah.
dumbasses.
I went through a phase of proving people wrong that were right.
I can find a mid-20s alcoholic that'll fall asleep on the front porch for me, damn it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You had a weird name, Eldon.
Elden. Yes, Rings, I believe. Elden Rings, if I remember
Eldon
correctly.
Woodbridge. Eldrin Woodbridge.
Elden Rings is a video game. Isn't it Elden Rings?
Yeah, it is Elden Rings.
He's chewing. I hear him. What do you love?
I love a lot of things. My family. I don't know. That's a pretty loaded question too, because what is love?
I agree. Like, you know what? One of the things we taught you listen to David's, and one of the things David mentioned, and it was even Paul, a friend of mine, discussed it too, especially if you have a background in French. French has lots of words for love. Got one word for like it, so like there's lots of words that mean different kinds of love, as opposed to, oh yeah, love, love me do. But I agree that's a
I think
very.
the deepest love I've ever felt, of course, is for Bentley.
I can understand that.
But a lot of people don't understand that love.
Why? What do you mean by that? That you think people don't understand that you love him?
No, I mean, like, I think sacrifice and love go hand in hand.
I think that can be very true.
And if you love something enough, you know what I mean, you
Yeah, no,
do
I
what's
know.
best.
Yeah,
even if it hurts.
Oof. Yeah, no, me too. I can. Yeah, I can. I think we both resonate with that a lot. And you know what? I think the world of you for how strong a woman you're an amazing person. You know.
Well, thanks.
I know, right? It's taken 30 years. You're here now. Welcome aboard. No, I've always felt proud of you. I've always known who you are. I think the hardest times were when I felt like you weren't you. Does that make sense? Were there moments where it felt like this isn't, I'm just striking out against the world and it doesn't feel like me?
No, I think it was me. I wish I could say it wasn't me. It was me.
Yeah, me too. It was me. You know what?
It was me.
See, I wish I could say that wasn't me that did all that stuff.
It's so
That was
true.
me too.
Yeah,
that was.
it was fucking me.
That was me in court too. Like, yeah. You know what? I'm one of those. You got
That was me in court too. Yeah.
Yeah. I did that. You're right. I did that. It was a mistake. I pretty much
I
feel pretty
remember-
strongly it was a mistake now.
You know, I wish I had a twin to pin this on, but I will tell you that was me
Right.
that did that. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm. I always thought about, like, could I get away with using Brittany's name? I got stopped. I'm Brittany Hayes.
You know, I think it'd be like a stretch to see who had what worn out back then. So I don't know that would have been a move that covered it, would it?
Mm.
Everybody was going through
Fair.
some stuff at that point, you know?
Listening to Bentley talk about how much he likes running, I was like, that's so crazy because my entire pregnancy, all we did was run.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, you did.
So you can't buy that, honestly. We were runners for sure.
He's a gift. An amazing kid. We went to the park yesterday and we could have stayed and looked at the birds for hours. You know, but I've been really working on this project's really changing me a lot.
It was big yesterday too, I figure.
Huh? I didn't hear you. Oh, that
Oh.
yes.
Hello?
Hello? Are you there? I think we lost you for just a second. Are you there, Echo?
Yeah, I'm here.
I am here.
Yeah, you did lose me. What'd you say? Okay.
I said wah 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 wah. No, I talked about how I was saying how amazing he is, and that this project is really changing me a lot, and that it's I know Matt More.
So this is a lot cooler than I thought. No offense.
It's a lot cooler than you thought. Okay, just because of that, the questions get harder. What do you fear?
Failure.
Yeah. I feel loss of my voice. I feel moments of losing words these days, and it scares me. That makes sense.
I fear, like, doing this, like, I can't imagine feeling this way for the next 50 years. So my fear is that's what I do.
That's what I did.
Like, my life has to have meaning. Like, I was talking to Brad the other day, and I'm like, I feel with every thing in my body, what I'm meant to do is be a surgeon, and you want me to go work at Wendy's, like.
It's kind of the same. There's meat, you cut it. That's what you're dithering over details here. It's the same job.
Listen, Wendy's, surgeon, what's the real difference?
You know what I mean? So it's like, how sad. And that's the reality for a lot of people. It's financial. It's you don't have the time to dedicate to
you have to do
your real passion. And
well, it was one of the hardest things. Was a lot when I was over the road. There was a lot. We hit a peak of everybody was pretty angry at me that I got to leave. And,
yeah, what kind of shit was that?
Well, it felt like you were doing everything you could to make sure your family had everything you needed, and like they were angry at you for that too. And you were going, Oli, and then you ended up feeling like, oh, did I do this? Is me working why this happened? That was I dealt with because my purpose, you guys were talking about, well, it's got to be a purpose driven. You guys were my purpose.
Yeah.
The purpose was, okay, the job sucks, but you're trying to make it fun, that you pick up thousands of pounds a day and stuff. And I just wanted everybody to be proud of how hard I was working and to know how much I loved them. And that was what I knew as far as how to show it. That's what you were supposed to do is, okay, you pick up more of the responsibilities, you take care of more, try and somehow do more, you try and stretch it thinner, because the last thing I ever wanted was for you to feel alone. I don't know if I ever really felt alone. Well, Mom and I, we had fun. Right? Ice cream nights. I know you guys did dinner, ice cream. I remember that part. God, we would go shopping and get our nails done and good life. And then every few anyways, we won't go there. I think that's what really mattered to me, like in the whole Bentley situation, is you're right, I did have a really good life. But I always thought about my mom. Like, how could she have chosen the life she chose over me? So when I was going through the same thing with Bentley, I didn't want him to grow up and be like, damn, like I didn't really have any effect on her at all. I want him to see like, no, that really did affect me and I changed my entire life. Well, and I think that's an honest conversation to have with him when he's like, even he's very aware of things. You know what I mean? Maybe not the specifics at this moment, but he would understand that. He does get it.
I can very much relate to Bentley because I was raised partially by my grandparents, and I can tell you that, like, I still love my mom with the bottom of my heart. Like everything, every fiber in my being loves my mom. Every fiber in my being loves my dad. Like I don't hold it against them, and like whatever happened while I was growing up, I don't hold the way that I was raised against them, and I don't think Bentley will either. I think Bentley is a really, really smart kid, and I think he's gonna have an interesting path, and he's gonna take his own time to figure things out.
He's
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because I've been the kid in his situation. You know what I mean? Kind of like I had my dad, but
Right.
like my mom wasn't there either. So
Right.
I kind of get both. I remember, for example, I would feel guilty if Lisa was on the phone and she heard me call Sean mom
Yeah, that you carried
because I didn't
that.
want to make her feel bad. So whenever I hear Bentley do that, like I never told him, but like I want him to be comfortable
Right.
being comfortable. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
there's
Yeah.
no weird expectation or just I'm here.
Right.
In whatever capacity that means. You can call me Jack Frost. I don't give a shit. But
That's
It-
really
or
mature.
whatever. Yeah, I don't want him to have that guilt in that because that's
You know-
not his burden to carry.
That's your dad's fault. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing.
Yeah.
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 Okay, I'm gonna wrap. I've got to run through it quick because we called you late because I was filling in another spot. So, what do you know?
I know. I don't know a damn thing.
What don't you know? Or what do you want to know?
I want to know how people think.
Yeah, that's why
What
I'm
makes
here.
people think.
Yeah.
You can. I've got an excuse to go.
I
Hey,
want
so
to
how do
pick
you
apart
think?
the machine.
Yeah, yeah, I want to understand. So, but
Mhm.
you want to be a surgeon, not a psychologist. You used to want to be a psychologist,
Yeah.
but now you want to be
No,
a.
I want to be a surgeon. I've wanted to be a surgeon for a long time.
Well, I knew that it had gone back. I just meant that I knew that it had kind of gone back and forth between those two. I thought at one point. So,
Yeah.
is that why you're on this earth, to be a surgeon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
That's why
support.
I'm here.
I would support you in any dream you ever have. I really would.
I think I'm supposed to save kids. Like I obsess over jobs, so I might as well go obsess over something that matters.
Well, I tell you what, do me a favor and find some time to set aside an hour to play. To just find something stupid and goofy, and you know what, just know that I love you and you will always be my little girl. And you know what?
So,
It touches me to even be able to like just grab you for a half hour and be able to talk to you like this. It means the world to me. And the next one,
me too.
so coming up next at time is next at
11.
11 o'clock, we're gonna have Iggy Garcia,
Yup. Be back.
drums, shamans, Peru, craziness.
Iggy,
Iggy.
Iggy.
Iggy,
Can't you
Iggy.
see?
Yes, absolutely.
Dad, I'm really
Sometimes your
excited
drums
for you.
just
I'm really proud
hypnotize
of
me.
you.
Oh, thank
This
you.
is that shit I'm talking about. Be the role model of someone following their dreams and just go boldly into your future. It's awesome to see.
You know what? I thank you. That really does mean the world to me. That your support has always been a touchstone for me. Thank you. I love you. And I don't say that to all
I
of
love
my,
you too.
I don't say that to all of my guests, just so you know.
Mhm.
And ha ha ha. The best was we got off the air with David, and I think it's.
I know. I love you, Ross.
Love you too, Echo.
I'll talk to you later. Oh my God, I love you to death. Thank you, hon.
All right, bye.
Bye.
That's funny.